All right, what's going on, guys? Look, in this short video, I want to give you guys an update on Boeing. The stock is breaking out into earnings here in about a week. We've been talking about this name in our research report for the past 24 months, and I want to share not only my price action perspective, but I want to give you guys an update to our fundamental views, which have not changed, to be clear, literally since the stock was trading here or here earlier, which I gave you guys an update on as well. And for those of you that read the update into Q4 and bought this, congratulations. You're being rewarded. For those of you that missed this, don't end this video early because you'll probably get one more chance to buy this into the rest of 2026 before this train leaves the station. And we're going to talk about that here in this short video. Okay, let's get into it here quickly. I want to go through this on our research report. I'll give you guys our fundamental view and update of why we've liked this name for those of you that are new. And we'll end the video with a price action take because I'm sure plenty of you will be trying to buy this. And it would not be my suggestion. I'd probably wait, and we'll talk about that as we go through it. Okay. On Boeing, let's go through this quickly and give you guys our fundamental view in less than 5 minutes. You can read the rest of it on your own. If you're a subscriber to our research, you should have read this, all of our notes here, but you should have read this piece here we wrote back in September. This was an update to our original views back in April, which, to be clear, did not change. Okay, if you're a subscriber to the report, go to the posts, go to September 22. We updated you all here when it sold off. And if you bought the lows here, congratulations, because you're getting paid this week. So back in April of 2025, I gave an interview to a company called Opening Bell Daily, and I explained to him our investment views on this business as well. The investment views are relatively simple. Some investments are complex, some are subjective. Boeing's view is pretty straightforward. You have a legacy business. It has a lot of cash flow coming positive in 26 and 27. Margins increase. Their backlog is massive on the commercial and the defense side, but also you had a CEO finally that knows what he's doing to fix his business. All right, so relatively simple play in the business. Obviously, there's ebb and flows, but you have to pay attention to source data and not pay attention to journalists or CNBC or people just running their mouths about a business they know nothing about. So we give this idea back then. Let's go through the fundamental views on this company and talk about it quickly. Boeing, for all intents and purposes, is a turnaround. That means something. Okay, this isn't a growth story. It's not, some pre-revenue business. This is a legacy business that's in a turnaround situation. Some turnarounds don't have what Boeing has. They don't have a sales backlog, okay? They don't have a great CEO. They don't have the ability to go out and issue $25 billion in debt to get money. Boeing does because of the legacy and because there's only two plane builders in the States that provide planes for the commercial side, okay? The sales backlog is a big deal for this business. $619 billion. And this is only growing as we get into 2027. So when you look at a turnaround situation or company that's failing, some of these companies don't have this sales backlog to support the data or the thesis. This business does. And I think a lot of people miss this. And why did they miss it? They miss it because, they see journalists talk about this, or they see a negative headline, or they just, again, the reality, they don't burden themselves with the information. When you pay attention to the source data, earnings reports, earnings presentations, earnings calls, then you understand what it is you're buying. I'd venture to say most investors don't. They just kind of buy something and hope it works. Again, in this particular position we've talked about, we know the business, we like the business, and I'll continue to do well. Okay, 737 production reached 38 per month in the quarter. Are there going to be ebbs and flows in production stuff? Of course there's going to be, because that's expected. Any business you buy into is not going to be positive every single month or quarter. There's things that happen. It's just the reality of it. It's just like real life, okay? You own a restaurant, something may happen. You're in a relationship, something may happen. It's just how things go. But again, the point is the backlog is a big deal as well. Okay, it's not a growth play. Again, the thing with this in the backlog, it gets to free cash flow, which we're going to talk about in a second. But the other thing is this is a duopoly in this business. If you want a plane, okay, you only have two places to go. It's Airbus and Boeing. If you go back and you look at what China did last year, the stock sold off because China was like, oh, look, we're going to send our planes back. Cool. Great. We'll take your planes. We'll refit them, and then we'll sell them to somebody else because everybody else needs planes as well. So it doesn't make a difference as well. Okay. When you look at businesses, there's only two businesses that produce what the market needs. You're in a good business. Okay. Number 3, it's not just commercial planes. It's defense, space, and security. This also has a large sales backlog, $74 billion. This is only increased since Trump has put some orders in as well. That'll only likely to continue as well, given what's going on with geopolitical issues as well, okay? So not only have we talked about this from the commercial side, you had another reason or thesis builder to look at this business, say, look, I want to own it, okay? And number 4, which obviously all culminates with this, is free cash flow. This is the heart of the business. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, Some people invest in growth, pre-revenue, etc., whatever it be, where it may be. We like cash flowing businesses because we know what to expect. And like I've said before, for some of you know the line, no money, no honey. Okay. Boeing goes free cash flow positive in 2026, or already positive last quarter, but it really starts to swing positive in 2026, 2027, not to mention the new CEO, which is doing a great job as well. And that's the heart of any business. All right. It was negative. We swing positive. The market's not stupid. For those that pay attention, they saw this coming 10 miles ahead, which is why they've got ahead of this move. For those that didn't see this, they'll buy it on earnings, and then we'll be selling some of our position into them. And then when it pulls back 10%, we'll buy it again because we pay attention to the information. Not to mention operating margins are growing as well. This really starts to hockey stick if you can zoom in here from 1.1 in 2025, 2027. It really starts to move in 2028. I mean, you're off to the races. What else is there to say? Okay. This story of the numbers typically tells you everything about a business if you just pay attention to it, which we try to do. And the price chart obviously matters as well. And we'll get to it quickly. Okay. Into earnings. My views on this are pretty simple in my view. Right now, I wouldn't be buying this. Okay. You have to talk to your own advisor, your own guru, whatever it may be. We put that note back out in September for you guys when this was happening, because if this happened, people wouldn't be buying this, because if they don't know what they own or why they're buying it, they typically miss opportunities like this. Now, when people see this, proverbially breaking out, for the technicians out there, the Bollinger Bands or Mac Deers out there, they may see this and say, look, now's the time to buy it. The time to buy it was here. Okay. Into earnings, my views are pretty simple. I don't think this trades above 265s at all. I think you're probably stuck around 250s, 260s. I've seen this movie before. If we get into this, positive news headlines will come out. Journalists write articles on this. Everybody's going to want to buy this. We'll be selling some of our position into them, taking our gains from down here. And then if this pulls back, okay, if you miss this move, the best thing you can hope for, in my view, is this pulling back. If this pulls back or consolidates, you're going to be wanting to look to buy this, and we'll update you guys as we get there into the rest of the year, because we do think this trades into 300s into 2026, etc. It's just getting started. And again, for those that bought this, congratulations so far. Okay. So that's my views into earnings here. If you look at the options chain on this, this is 2 weeks out. Our earnings are about 2 weeks out as well. The options market pretty much always gets it right. As of now, they have a 9% plus or 9% move priced in on the options chain on this. Now, this may move one direction, 3% or lower 3%. But the point is, I don't expect this to be up earnings on 20%. I'm happy to be wrong, because that'd be good for us. But I expect to move between earnings anywhere from like 6% to like an 11% move on the stock. Okay. So the market's pricing this in now. You have earnings in a week. If this pulls back, I think it's a gift. But if we get into 265s, 280s, I'm not going to be complaining, and we'll be booking some of our gains there as well. And then repositioning for the rest of the year and pullbacks into 300s. Okay. This is what a turnaround looks like. This is what it looks like when people miss this. And then, like I said, earnings will be out here in a few weeks. Watch every journalist start writing articles about Boeing and why you've got to buy this name when it's already up 20 or 30% off the lows. And then when it pulls back, forget to buy it again. Okay. So that's our take on Boeing. For those of you that bought this after this piece we updated you guys on in September and end of year, congratulations. For those of you new here, don't forget you can get access to our research. If you don't have access to it, go to the website, go to the pricing tab. Here, there's 2 different research options. There's our options flows membership. I'll let you look at this and read it. And this is our report membership, which includes this, by the way. You also get access to our equity ideas, 2 to 4 swing alerts per month. And Boeing's a good example of this. Boeing right now is a $240 stock. If you wanted to buy 100 shares of this, it'd cost you $24K. Our view is pretty simple. I'd rather buy the deep in the money options. Okay. Deep in the money option on Boeing not only gives you time, but it also gives you leverage. Okay. Right now it'd be too late for it. But let's say, for example, I thought this was going a lot higher. I'd just rather would come in and look at something. And again, this is arbitrary. Don't go do this. Okay. I'd rather just look at something like this, like the 225 options, and I'd rather pay, $2,600 for one option to control 100 shares versus laying out the capital, if my portfolio didn't allow for it, by the way, of $24,000. Okay. So the deep in the money option with time is what we believe in, because you get leverage, less capital laid out on the position, and you get the time to be right on the position. And when you understand what you own, you can use options in this manner. All right. Finally, you get access to our educational primers, like that update I just showed you, our weekly article. You also get access to this. You also get access to our Discord community as well. Okay, that's going to do it for me. That's a quick update on Boeing. For those of you guys that are sending in questions, please don't forget, just send them in on the website. Look, I don't mind on Discord, you guys sending them to me, but if I miss them and I don't go to them, just go to the contact form. It's just easier because when I open the Q&A, it's a form that's laid out. It's easier for me to read them, and I can read them from there. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.